We should be seeing them start any. There we go. By the way, chat, let me know if you can hear me okay. So, standard start, space jump first. Hopefully we get a missile or maybe morph ball and a missile behind the ship. Superbros getting space jump first try. Um, Commentary stream is paused. Let me refresh that. I didn't see what they got. Okay, looks like they got, yeah, X-ray visor at SJF. My commentary stream is frozen. I refreshed and it's still. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the commentary stream. It froze, so I'm gonna have to just watch the speed game. Oh, it's frozen there too. Oh my god. Hold on, let me ping somebody. I'm just gonna ping for help. Looks like it's back. Not on my end. Hold on, let me refresh again. I'm hearing audio, but not getting the visual feed. Yeah, my commentary stream is still stuck on the same frame when they were getting space jump first. Hold on. Oh, okay. Looks like they're working on it. Actually, the Twitch stream is dropping a lot of frames too, but it looks like they're headed towards Hive Mecca now. I just heard them get the item, but I'm not seeing it yet. Okay, missile at Hive Mecca. E-tank behind Hive Mecca. Now they have to backtrack to Talon to get the artifact hints. Once again, I apologize to. Actually, first of all, welcome to SpeedGaming with the raid of 66. I apologize for the frame drops, but we're having some technical issues here. Okay, looks like, yeah, they're still working on getting the stream back. Okay, both vanilla. Another missile on the way back. Okay. I honestly can't tell what's going on right now. Okay, looks like they're headed back to Talon. And shout out to Fusion Suit on Superbros' side. If anyone in chat sees all the artifacts, please write them down in chat. if you could, because I'm likely not going to be able to catch them all. Okay, looks like I have commentary screen back. Some slight cropping issues, but I'm sure those will get fixed. Okay, so Artifact Temple, what do we have here? Oh, Powerbomb expansion. Okay. Probably not exactly what the runners wanted to find here, but it's good to have for later. What they need mainly right now is Morph Ball and probably Space Jump. Like whatever, like those are the main two early items that open up most of the early game. Okay, looks like we have Burn Dome. Superbros must be writing them down. Metroid Quarantine A or B. That's not good. Frigate Crash Site. Life Grove. Okay, now we're cropped. Phazon Process Center. Ew. Ew! Oh, that is gross. So we have OP required. At least we already have X-ray, so that's one requirement out of the way. And hopefully I'll get a second look at, I mean, they're gonna have to backtrack here anyway with more ball bombs. I don't know what was under the ship, but if it was anything important, they're gonna have to backtrack again. I imagine now they're gonna check Transport Tunnel B via Root Cave, and more ball could be there. And under here we have Space Jump. All right, that's very helpful. Okay, and apparently one of the runners was streaming at 1080p, so they had to lower the resolution, which apparently fixed the frame drop issue. So that's good. Shout out to SpeedGaming staff for being as helpful as they are. Okay, and we're getting a Root Cave dash from both runners. Superbros making it first try, and Sasquatch having a bit of trouble. Luckily didn't fall all the way down. And Sasquatch makes it the second time. And we have bombs. Okay, bombs in Root Cave. That's awesome. Now Superbros is attempting a out of bounds trick for our, well, okay, maybe not. Maybe he didn't feel comfortable enough with that trick. Uh-oh, Sasquatch falling. Don't fall all the way down. Yeah, Root Cave Dash is one of the trickier dashes in my opinion. You kind of have to bend both jumps, bend the first one forward and then the second one a little bit backward. At least that's how I do it. But with that, let me see. They still don't have more balls, so they still can't check behind the ship or crash site. But now in Chozo, so let's get a look at the main plaza items we have. Oh, I didn't. Okay, yeah, they already went there. I just didn't get a look at it. So in the tree, must have just been a missile. Never caught what was on grapple edge or half pipe or vault edge, but we'll probably see again. Superbros heading to Ruined Shrine. Looks like a suit, probably Varia. Now we get to hear Beetle music until Superbros goes into a room that changes the music. Should be coming up shortly, I believe. Okay, that item looks important. And we have grapple and... Oh, that was grapple edge. Grapple on grapple edge, really. That's ironic. But yes, space jump only tricks are turned on in tournament settings, so it wasn't logic to get grapple that way. Okay. Must have been nothing important in the half pipe. On grapple edge. Yeah, it looked like a missile in the half pipe. And Superbros is heading back to Talon. Actually, no. You might be headed to Magmore through Root Cave. That would make sense. In fact, that might be the only place they can go at this point, since they don't have Morph Ball. And I'm going to guess Morph Ball, is going to be in Lower Fiery Shores, which they can obtain by using Space Jump to jump on the little bridges that would require Morph Ball normally. Morph Ball and bombs. Sasquatch remembering they don't have Morph Ball and can't go that way yet. Sasquatch stopping for a second. I don't see anything in the race time. Maybe they're just thinking about what their next move's gonna be. They actually might be a little confused on where to go. Yeah, they seem confused. They might be forgetting that you don't need Morph Ball to enter Magmore from Twin Fire's elevator. All you need is Space Jump. Oh, and I missed what was on in Fiery Shores. Caught a quick glance, but I couldn't tell what it was. Yeah, they may not know how to reach the grapple edge, but even if they didn't get grappled, Magma would still be in logic. So it looks like Sasquatch might be headed that way now after remembering. guessing whatever was at lower fiery shores probably wasn't important enough to pick up. But in Triclops Pit we have Morph Ball. Okay, that works. So that would explain why they got X-Ray. Because there are invisible platforms that you are intended to use to get to that item. But most runners don't do it the intended way because it's slower. Actually, I just realized Sasquatch does have grapples, so they did do the jump, but they were probably just confused on where to go. Either way, they're both making the right play now. You didn't do it. You never did it the intended way. Yeah, it's easy to get up there the unintended way. Like there's, standable platforms and spots on the wall. Like you could easily just think that that was the intended way to just use wall terrain. But that might have been an oversight by the developers. Okay, missile and lava lake. Looks like an E-tank and shore tunnel. And welcome to SpeedGaming 4 with a party of 42. We've just started another match of the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament. So far, the runners have found most of their basic, early game items. Superbros getting Morph Ball, Sasquatch on their way to get Morph Ball, hopefully. Checking Warrior Shrine first. Okay, we have another Power Bomb expansion there, which they're probably going to come back for once they get Morph Ball, because there's an item underneath that which you would need Power Bombs to get to. Both runners basically making the same checks. There's not much room for route divergence yet until they probably get their basic starting items. Let's see, under here we have an E-tank. Nice to have early on, because it's a little easier to die in Magmore than you might expect in the early game. Sasquatch finally getting their Morph Ball. And Superbros appears to be headed to Findrana, or at least checking Transport Tunnel A. And we have another E-tank. Fair enough. And he missed it, but, well, is he going to try for it again? No, it's going back. He probably wants to go back to, no, wait, where is he going? I thought Superbros was already up there. Yeah, they might be headed back to Chozo. Yeah. Okay. Sasquatch headed to Lava Lake. We might see them reach You might see them get back to Chozo in different ways. Superbros appears to be going back through Twin Fire's elevator, and Sasquatch might just go through the Lava Lake elevator. Both valid plays. Okay, no, Sasquatch is going back. It's a nice dash to get across there. It looks like Sasquatch walked out a little bit before doing the dash. I should probably take note of that. So I just find myself bonking on the pillar in that room. It's also possible we might see them check frigate crash sign. Looks like Superbros is headed that way now. Okay, and behind the ship we have another PB expansion. Nice to have. The more power bombs they have, the less power bomb routing and farming they'll have to do, which can be a pain because Metroid Prime's drop system, or at least with power bombs, is fairly low. The drop rate is low. Sasquatch also contemplating whether or not to go to Findrana and decides against it. Okay, Superbros performing a slope jump to get the artifact. Underwater slope jumps without gravity are very powerful. You can get a lot of height with them. You could even get that artifact without space jump, with a slope jump further, like somewhere else in the water. A little bit trickier, but doable. Would have been nice to see Superbros climb. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. He doesn't have Ice Beam. And come to think of it, I think going back to Chozo at this point might be might be a better play, because going straight into Findrana could have ended up in them leaving and backtracking, because Wave Beam and Wave Beam tends to be in Chozo a lot. Okay, looks like it was just a missile on the upper ruin shrine. Missile down there. Now it looks like he's headed towards Watery Hall. Yeah, like I was saying, it's best to head into Vindrana with Wave already, unless you didn't find it there. At least depending on the items you're given. Okay. Superbros is probably about to check Ruined Gallery. An easy item to forget, because you usually don't have bombs your first time there, but just a missile, so nothing to worry about. Might be headed to Vault now. I didn't catch what was in there if anyone looked the first time. Oh, nice bomb jump. Just never sure of the right timing for that. Okay, just a missile in Vault. Just a missile and Rando Fountain. Superbros heading for Magma Pool. Going to do. Well, no, he has grapple. He has power bombs, so this is in logic. And just a missile, so she baited for now, but there could be something in training chamber access and/or training chamber. So might see them head back there later. The vault is the room after the elevator behind Hive Mecca. The room with the item in it that has 3 bomb slots that are diagonally placed. Okay, I don't know if Superbros checked Gathering Hall first. If he did, I didn't catch it. And some runners check Gathering Hall before heading in here. That's why I mentioned that. Okay, it's like a missile at Watery Hall. There could be something good in what's the name of that room? Dynamo? Yeah. Unfortunately, won't be able to check Upper Dynamo without Spider, so it's possible they may have to backtrack for it. Hopefully not, though. And we got an E-Tank in there, which gives Superbros just enough help to get the underwater item if he wants to. If it's worth it. Although most runners just scan the item before getting it. And let's see. Missile. Okay, not worth it. So now we're going to be heading towards Burn Dome to fight Incinerator Drone, aka Zoid. Since they have bombs. Okay, up here we have missile. Okay. Went in the passageway, but didn't check the cage. I think I saw a missile there. And Superbros is fighting Incinerator Drone, aka Zoid. The reason we call it Zoid is because it was programmed by David Zoid Kirsch, who programmed the plasma. Programmed the randomness of the fight, which is basically however long it takes for the red eye to pop up. The way people judge a good Zoid fight versus a bad Zoid fight is if the music doesn't loop at all, if it ends like a little while before the loop, then it's considered a good fight. If it ends as it loops, it's an okay fight. And if it ends after the loop, then it's considered a bad fight. And there is no way to control it. It's just completely random. Either way, it's nice to find plasma here. Which is, interestingly enough, Zoid is immune to plasma beam, since Zoid shoots fire, I guess. Either way, we have an artifact here. I forgot that. Artifact of Wild, so that's 2 artifacts for Superbros. And soon to be 1 for Sasquatch. Yes, now we know what Zoid is incinerating with. I was trying to think of a pun, but I got nothing. Okay, we have one more item to check up here that's in logic with what they have. Now, if Ice is here, it would be in logic to go further and check Hall of the Elders, which could have Wave Beam. I've seen it there before. But if not, okay, just a missile. So we're going to be heading back, probably to Vendrana, unless one of the runners want to take a gamble and fight Flogger. Little Superbros is going to check the upper furnace item. Excuse me. Which I guess is worth checking for the information. Because it's possible they may need to go back there at some point. And I couldn't tell what was up there. But we'll be heading back now. Oh, looks like Superbros is going for the Flogger play. The downside to this is that if he doesn't know the infinite bomb jump to get back up to Sun Chamber again to fight the ghosts, then he will have to backtrack once he gets spiders and supers, because those are the requirements to go back up there once you kill Flogger. Nice bomb jump. first try. Very nice. Normally you're supposed to scan a bunch of runic symbols to open the gate, but if you get the bomb jump first try, it's a little bit faster. I love those load times. So Flogger fight, the first satellite you have to, well, the first bomb slot you have to do the normal way. And then after that you can space jump over or scan dash over to the subsequent ones. Makes the fight a little bit faster than the intended way, where you're supposed to shoot down all the satellites after stunning Flagra to be able to access the bomb slots through Morph Ball. And I should also mention they're not actually bomb slots. They're just damage triggers, this cosmetic bomb slots that are actually damage triggers. So you don't actually have to be in the bomb slot to damage it. They're just damage triggers vulnerable to bomb damage. Progressive items, the suit damage reduction is progressive, meaning with one suit, they get 10% damage reduction, with two suits, they get 20, and with all three, they get 50. Otherwise, each suit is unique. Only Varia gives you heat protection, only Gravity gives you free underwater movement, and only Phazon suit lets you damage the final boss. So each suit has its uses. None of them are obsolete. There is a setting to set suits to, what do you call it? There's an option to make, like, for example, if you get Phazon suit early, then that will give you heat protection and 50% damage reduction, but only Gravity would still give you free underwater movement. So we changed the options around just to make each suit useful. And yes, Arbor Chamber is looking very logical right now. Unfortunately, just a missile at Flagra, so if anything is on go, Superbros is going to need Spider Ball and Supers to get back. Unless he knows the bomb jump. Let's see if he does. Nope, he's rolling off. Okay. And looks like Sasquatch is headed back to Root Cave with grapple in hand. Oh, we're still doing the dash. What if they forgot they had grapple? Okay, now they're removed. Yeah. So I imagine they're both headed to Phendrana through different elevators. Okay, we're getting an Arbor Chamber check. Oh, just missiles. Okay. Just a red herring. So, with plasma in hand, it looks like, what am I trying to say? It looks like early Phendrana is the best place to go since there are a couple of plasma lock checks. We have Shorelines Behind Ice and Chozo Ice Temple and Ice Ruins West, I believe. East or West? West. I don't know. Oh, and that's right. No, never mind. I'm getting my seats mixed up. I thought Wave was there for a second. Okay. Superbros climbing this room, and one of the many ways to climb this room. This method I personally find the hardest. Like right by those turrets. For some reason I can't seem to like find my footing, but either way. Let's see what Shorelines has for us. Sasquatch didn't have space jump. It would have been terrible getting out of there, out of that lava. Okay, just a knee tank. Slightly disappointing. But the more health, the better, I guess. We have a plasma check in here and a spider check. Won't be able to get the spider item now, but okay, there's wave. But we can peek at the spider locked item in just a moment. And we have just knee tank. Wow. C really doesn't want the runners to die. Starting to doubt they will. Oh. There we go. Nice cutscene overlap. Which you basically achieve by getting up on to that little, into those hands and kind of swiping your thumb across the shoot button and the morph button. It's a nice, easy little trick. Okay, nothing important in there. So far, aside from Wave Beam, Phendrana seems to be a little dry. Phendrana drifts. Never mind, pretend you didn't hear that. So up next we have Phendrana Canyon, followed by Ruined Courtyard, and then Labs, which would be out of logic with Boost Ball as far as I know, but these runners most likely know the Observatory Dash, which would, which they could, you know, bypass that requirement with. Can't tell what's over. Okay, you might see in a minute. He's going for it. No, he isn't. Is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Is that vanilla boost? It's either a boost or a visor. Yep, wow, vanilla boost. I thought this was supposed to be randomized. At least all of it. And some of it, apparently. But yeah, even in a randomizer, sometimes the items can be placed and they're randomized to their vanilla locations. Just, the algorithm. Superbros trying to get a damage boost off of those little she-goths. Demonstrating that in Prime, if it looks like you can stand on it, you can probably stand on it. If it doesn't look like you can, you probably still can. There's a lot of stuff you can stand on. Prime is pretty broken, basically. Okay, there's ice. Which opens up Farfandrana behind labs. Pretty sure Superbros knows the observatory dash. I know Sasquatch struggles with it a bit, so they might end up backtracking out to find their next logical progression, or at least logical path. Oh, actually, no, never mind. They have boosts, so it's in logic either way. Sass just may operate up. Oh my god, I can't talk. Just may opt to do it the intended way. Now, there is an item in this room called Research Lab Hydra. We won't be able to get it, but we will be able to peek at it with X-ray. And if it's something we need, then it's going to be a pain to backtrack here, as well as find supers. Okay, just missiles. Nothing to worry about. Nice observatory dash. Just a missile up top. Now, we're approaching Control Tower, which has a huge flying pirate fight. And the trigger is right in front of the door, just like a slight smidge ahead from the door. Oh god, he triggered it. Oh no. Yeah, you have to be very careful when entering this room. Basically, the way I do it is just keep jumping, spamming the jump button, and as you're doing that, kind of lightly flick the control stick forward just to inch your way in there slowly so you don't hit the trigger. Then jump up onto the platform above you, jump up to the higher platform, and then jump over or around the trigger. And that would have saved probably a minute maybe, because as you can see, this is a pretty long fight. And it also changes the layer and monitor station from puffers to flying pirates. So kind of changes the way they move through that room, unfortunately. And I didn't actually catch what was in Control Tower. If anyone in chat caught that, let me know. Yeah, Ice Beam was in Ruined Courtyard. And I believe Boost was Vanilla in Vendrana Canyon. Okay, we have a missile up here, just a missile down here. Okay. Nothing to see here. Squatch attempting the observatory dash, not getting it, and deciding to do it the intended way. Can't blame them. It's a pretty tricky dash to learn. Basically, the way most people, as far as I know, have trouble getting the height more than the distance. To get the height, you have to kind of tap the jump button as lightly as possible, or as some people say, press the button for as little as possible, like as little time as possible. That's what gets you the height. And I think you have to do your second jump a little sooner than it feels like you should. Oh, he didn't knock the tower down. Okay. Knocked the tower down, but didn't check it. Okay, that's... Yeah, you might have forgotten about it in the midst of that pirate fight. Hopefully there was nothing useful there. Probably see on Sasquatch's side pretty soon. Superbros using some standable terrain to skip needing grapple for this room, which is a little bit faster. Okay, just a missile in there. By the way, that room that Superbros checked, you can also check it by just shooting through the wall with plasma, with charged plasma, and then switching to X-ray, and the door will actually open, and you can check through there. I'm not sure why you can shoot through the wall, but you can, which is nice. Nice dash. Okay, Sasquatch reattempting that skip. And looks like they got it. It's a very weirdly shaped trigger. It's even harder trying to do it in reverse. And under here we have just a missile. Okay, so Superbros isn't missing out on anything. Excuse me. Burped. And I don't believe I caught what was in Gravity Chamber. anyone in chat saw that, can you let me know? Transport access, we have a missile. Now, without fight, well, yeah, I mean, we could fight Thardus now since we have grapple to get out. So, it's worth checking, I guess. We still don't know where Phazon is. And we're gonna need that to beat the game, so it could be anywhere except one location. Okay, and now we're getting Thardus fight. And with Plasma, it's gonna be a cakewalk. The fastest way to kill Thardus is with Plasma and Power Bombs. Superbros only has 2, so I can understand why he's wanting to conserve them. But if you had like 4 or 5 Power Bombs, fastest way to kill him, as far as I know, is to bomb the first 2 rocks when the fight starts, and then when Thardus goes into the second phase, you wait until his arms come back down to lay the second power bomb, and then when he goes into his third phase, you wait until the lightning shows up around him to lay your bomb, and then that would deal the final blow. Saw a missile up high, didn't see what gravity itself was. Okay, thank you. It's probably nothing important down there, or else Superbros would have gone down there to get it. And I believe he does know how to get out of there without gravity by using slope jumps. This is the part where you would lay the final power bomb. Right as he lifts his arms up and lightning surrounds him. There we go. And Sylvester Stallone is dead. Sylvester Stallone, aka Rocky. I apologize. Anyway, let's see what he has. Just came over from the other race. How's it going? Wow, it's done already? Wow, it must have been a jet seed. It's going okay. They have all their beams. They're still looking for Phazon and Spider, probably. And only 2 artifacts in. And I didn't catch where all the locations were because we had some tech issues earlier on. So I'm kind of in the dark on where most of the artifacts are, unless someone in chat caught it. So if the other race is already over and they both started at the same time, like, that must have been a really jet seed. Curious to watch the VOD of that. aggression was pretty jet. Nice. Yeah. I mean, even though we're using 2.5 now, which supposedly fixed the jet seed issue, still occasionally going to get some jet seeds regardless because, you know, Rando's Rando. Our runners are kind of lucky. And it appears the other runners were even luckier. So that's good. Okay, down here we have probably a missile. Couldn't really tell, but not important. Although Sasquatch does appear to want that E-tank. Can't blame them. Every runner has their own comfort level with how many E-tanks they want to beat the game. And meanwhile, we have a plasma processing check. Which could be Phazon. I have seen it there before. Could be Phazon, or it could be Gravity, which we might not want to see because it could be, you know, frigates and logic. But let's see. Oh, thermal. Okay. May not seem worth it to get since it has no hard requirements, but it will make the essence fight a little bit quicker and less annoying. Because fighting essence without visors or without a visor, it's very annoying. You have to basically track its movements with your scan visor and hope you're able to hit it before it moves away. Okay. Supposed taking a lava bath. But he's fine. He's got 4 E-tanks. Yeah, there's actually vanilla boost and... Wait. Oh, you mean the other race had vanilla boost and thermal? Well, speaking of vanilla boost, this one also had vanilla boost. So, it's kind of funny. Vanilla first missile and E-tank. Yeah, sounds about right. We also had a vanilla first missile on this seat as well. Excuse me for a minute. All right, back. Oh, you were talking about this seed. Okay, my bad. Since Superbros has ice, I wonder if he'll climb Frigate Grass Site and check the back of Chozo. It's a very common tactic to get back there. Looks like he might be headed that way. Very wise safety save. Runners have been known to die in runs without saving at all and lose matches to that. So very important to save often, even if you don't actually save often. At least every now and then. Never know when you might die or even crash, because it's pretty rare with Prime 1, but it has happened to me before. So, good precaution to take. Nice frigate climb. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to get up there with just jumping, but like I said, there's a lot of standable collision in this game. So, very useful. Sasquatch having a bit of trouble with the slope jump, but gets it. Now, unfortunately, getting this item in plasma processing changes the layer in Phazon Processing Center from regular pirates to beam pirates, which can be a little annoying and a little dangerous depending on your health. Could just ignore them, but they're a little more aggressive than the regular pirates that are there otherwise. The other seat had Supers and Alcove, SJ on landing site. Oh, and Morphball and Hive Mecha. A lot of back and forth, but it's pretty worthwhile, apparently. Some nice items to find pretty early on. It's like Superbros is going for a cutscene overlap by shooting the slot, killing the ghost, and hopefully making it into the slot before the ghost dies. Like so. Very well done. As long as you remember to get plasma and tree. Oh, okay. Yeah, tree is a pretty easy location to forget. Although we did check tree in this run, and it was just missiles, so luckily they don't have to worry about that. I didn't see what the item was. I was looking at Sasquatch. Did anyone catch what Hall of the Elders had? Missiles? Okay, thank you. Wave and gravity were plasma lock. Huh. Okay, just a missile and Elder Chamber. I don't know if either of our runners know spiderless shafts, so I imagine they're both looking for spider as well. Also, Superbros taking that little shortcut, which I hear is actually slower because it changes the load time of the door, but I don't know that for sure. Okay. Yes, they started. In tournament settings, we start with charge beam by default because shuffling charge can lengthen the seed a lot. It makes combat very long and tedious because you're button mashing, and that can take forever. Just a quality of life decision to streamline things a bit. Also, the same reason we only use 6 artifacts by default in tournament settings, because looking for all 12 would probably lengthen the seed by at least a half hour. You basically end up 100%ing 100%ing the seed just for artifacts. Depending on the requirements to get them. Both runners have Burn Dome and Frigate Crash Site artifacts. Okay, thank you. Ice Spreader and Life Growth Tunnel. It's going to be helpful with EXO. Is that? Okay, no, that's an artifact. French Vanilla artifact. I don't know if it's the actual one that's normally here, but in Vanilla, this is an artifact location. Artifact of Sun. And as you can see, the ghost fight in that room is skippable with standable terrain and an R jump. And we have Spider and Great Tree Chamber, which is very convenient because that puts Life Growth into logic, but we already did that. So, looks like we're going to get a bar skip. See how long this takes. You can get this within the first, 5 or 10 minutes. It can be a powerful skip, saving you a bunch of walking around to get to mines the other way, or going through Frigate. And the reason I say 5 to 10 minutes because bar skip can take forever to pull off. I mean, some people get it first few tries, sometimes it takes minutes. Either way, he gets it. And now we're headed into mines. I don't know if Sasquatch knows bar skip. And if they don't, they might end up going back around through Magmore Workstation to get to mines. You don't think Sun was the one there? Sun's normally below Wave Buster Room. Oh, right, Tower Chamber. Yeah, I haven't played Vanilla in a while, so I don't know what the actual Vanilla location or Vanilla artifacts are either. Or, like, which ones go where. Spider was in, yeah, Great Tree Chamber. Not sure how Superbros triggered that pirate. Might have shot it or something. Excuse me if you heard that. nice. I forgot that was standable over there. I was looking at Sasquatch, so I didn't catch whether or not Superbros checked the plasma door. I believe it's called Storage Depot A. You can check it by shooting through the grating right beside the force field. Okay, Sasquatch is going for a bar skip. But yeah, you can check it by shooting through there and it'll hit the door. That way you won't have to power bomb the thing up top and come all the way back just to look. Just a missile? Okay. Oh, almost given. And what you're seeing on Superbros side is an AI manipulation where the elite pirates will try to face you before they attack you. And if you just circle around them fast enough before they can face you, you can rapid fire missiles and kill them without them ever attacking you. And it works on all elite pirates, including Omega Pirate. It's like Superbros is going for some standable terrain to get up top faster. And Sasquatch is still going for bar skip, even though they've been at it for a while. They could still save time had they gone around through Magmore. So I don't blame them for still trying. Calvin being annoying, dodging our shots. Okay, that looks like a suit. Hopefully it's Phazon. If it's gravity, that could mean Phazon is gravity locked somewhere. I can frigate. Oh no. If Phazon is in Biohazard, that's gonna be kind of bad. Because that also requires supers. And they do have thermals, so that would put Frigate in logic. Now, Superbros could, like, if he wanted to, he could take a detour out of main quarry and just go check Frigate backwards really quick. And then, I guess, I don't know, head back in through back Chozo. And he already did bar skips, so I assume he let the bars down once he got on the other side. I didn't catch it because I was looking at Sasquatch. And yes, that's true. As chat mentions, Phazon could also be vanilla, which is at Omega Pirate normally. Nice slope jump by Sasquatch. A little harder than it looked. At least in my opinion. Oh, he did remove the bars? Okay, thank you. So yeah, he could make that detour, but it doesn't look like he's doing that. Which might be for the best. Like, if you have to full clear mines anyway, then you might as well do that first and then worry about Frigate later on your way back to Talon. Or at least front Talon, rather. Yeah, Vanilla Phazon in this case wouldn't be too bad since you already have to go around there anyway. Although I don't remember what the actual artifacts in Lore Mines were. Was there one in MQB or A? Or am I thinking of my own seed from earlier? Superbros did Flagra, but it was just a missile. And he didn't have Spider, so he couldn't do Ghosts. So we don't know what Ghosts have. And yes, Phazon could be there, which would be pretty bad for Superbros since he didn't have what he needed to full clear it the first time. Oh, that's right. One was in PCA. Okay, so yeah. Both be required either way. Yeah, that's what I remember only seeing the Metroid Quarantine something, but it was cropped out. As I said, we were having some tech issues earlier on, but they're fixed now. That was a semi-decent maze. Just from what I saw, didn't seem to take too long. I mean, Phazon could still be in Biohazard. Because, I mean, Supers could be on OP. Which would, you know, logically point there. Supers are another item that could be almost anywhere as well, except super lock locations. So it's another item that tends to troll runners a lot. Nice dash. I'll have to study that trick and figure out where the exact point to freeze that Metroid is. So I assume it has to be in a certain spot for that dash to work. Oh. There you go. Ugh. Sorry if you heard that Discord ping. Wait, there's an artifact in MQB? I don't actually know because Actually, yeah, you're right. You just checked MQA, so yeah, it's MQB. So supers are definitely required. Now the question is, where are they? Sorry, I was looking at Sasquatch when Superbros looked over at that. Gee, I wonder what that item was. Oh, right. You could see it before he got it. Yes, we are in lower mines because MQB as well as PCA has an artifact. And we're likely going to have to backtrack after getting supers to get MQB. Unless supers are on OP or something like that. At this point, I'm going to guess supers are probably in Frigate somewhere. Because I think we full cleared Magmor and Findrana. And at least most of Chozo, but I'm not sure. Can someone tell me what PMT stands for? I'm blanking on it right now. Oh, right, Phazon Mining Tunnel. Yeah, I missed that. I couldn't. I don't know. Man, what if supers are there? That would be pretty bad. All right. So, just like you... Oh, never mind. I'm not sure how... I think Superbros was probably a little too far over to the right and fell into his field of vision. But yeah, what he was attempting to do was the same AI manipulation that he did with the Elite Pirate by circling around and shooting off all those armor plates. But he gets it. He's attempting a trooper skip. Let's see if he gets it. Probably not. Nah. In order to fight this guy optimally, Superbros is just going to ignore the troopers and focus on wherever Omega Pirate spawns. And he always spawns in the furthest pool away from you, and never the same one twice. And he's also using the plasma beam method by shooting a fully charged shot, turning away to shoot a single shot, to charge up the next shot, and then shoot that shot. And if you're fast enough, you can do it all in one cycle. You can kill him in one cycle. And he gets it. Very well done. You could also do that with supers, but we don't have those. Looks like Sasquatch is having a bit of a bad maze. Seems a little confused by the maze too. Oh god, that's pretty bad. I'm a little confused by the maze too. Oh my god, that's... Oh god. Oh, that was disgusting. By the way, I didn't catch what was on OP. I was looking at Sasquatch. Did anyone catch that? Oh, right here? Wait. Oh, just missiles? Okay. That's too bad. So, yeah, he's gonna have to backtrack for NQB's artifact. And I'm guessing he might try Frigate next, since they both got gravity on their way through here. So I think we've already cleared Magmar, if I'm not mistaken. Superbros getting his 5th artifact. Now we just need supers for the 6th one. Superbros attempting the spiderless PPC climb. Takes some practice to master, but once you know where to land and where to jump, it's not so bad. Opting for the intended way after giving it one try and getting trolled by the power beam pirate up top. So it's gonna have to find an angle to shoot him from below. Supers on Upper Dynamo, Phazon, and Biohazard. That would be pretty bad. It's a good spot to snack that pirate. If he jumps. Well, maybe not anymore. There we go. So, apparently I was wrong about Superbros heading to Frigate. But I'm not sure what else he could check, because I'm not mistaken, I think he already full cleared Findrano and Magmore. Unless he's wondering if something was a control tower, because he did skip control. He forgot to check control tower after accidentally triggering the pirate fight there. So I'm wondering if he's thinking, maybe it's there. But we know it's not there, it's just a missile. Supers and Frigate and Phazon and Upper Dynamo will probably be worse. Yeah. Like Supers in Hydro Access Tunnel or Cargo Freight Lift. You have to go to Chozo and then backtrack all the way to, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have to do that anyway, so it's already pretty disgusting. Yep, I'll bet Superbros. Or maybe not. Okay. Thought he was going back to check control tower, but that's pretty out of the way at this point. Although not knowing what's there, it's probably a good play to make, just not the right one in this case. The validator? Oh, that must have been in workstation. Okay. I missed it. Maybe Superbros is headed to front frigate, or maybe he's doing it forwards. Might have been faster to go through main quarry and do it backwards, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh no, it's going back to Chozo. Okay, fair enough. Probably gonna check Tower of Light and Tower Chamber. And possibly Training Chamber. Meanwhile, Sasquatch making their way to Omega Pirate. Let's see if they get the AI up. And looks like they do. Yeah, if you basically roll to the side into the cutscene, Omega Pirate will just stand there until you start shooting at it. And then the rest happens. While Superbros checking the cutscene, just a missile, which is faster than dashing up there and finding, just to find a missile. Now, if that had been something, then he wouldn't have been able to dash up there anymore at that point. as far as I know. And as usual, just 2 missiles in Tower of Light. The infamous rooms that never has anything until it does. Or until you don't check it, rather. And then it has something. And Speed Gaming rating with a party of 70. Welcome to the second half of our Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament match. We're pretty close to go mode. All we're looking for is super missiles and Phazon suit. And I believe, yeah, one of the artifacts we'll have to backtrack for because it was locked by supers. So this is that part of the run where it's basically the hunt for go mode, which could take, you know, a while. Since supers and Phazon could be pretty much anywhere except the locations that they're locked by. Or the locations that they lock, rather. Supers and Frigate, Phazon on Ghosts. Yeah, that's a possibility. Getting a training chamber check, as well as training chamber access. And we have the other validator, Wave Buster, and just missiles in training chamber. So we're probably going to get an upper dynamo check next. Phazon mode in 20... Yeah, I heard it was a pretty jet C. I think we were rated by that channel like maybe 45 minutes in or something like that. Maybe an hour. I was pretty surprised because like we weren't even halfway through this run at that point. Oh. And upper dynamo we have supers. Okay. So that's one piece of the puzzle solved. Now we just need to check our super locked locations to find Phazon. We've already checked, I believe, let me see, Lighthouse, we've checked, Tree, we've checked. We haven't checked Biohazard. And we do have to backtrack to MQB. So imagine Superbros is just trying to figure out how to route this now. I imagine he's probably gonna head to Frigate through back Chozo. since that's probably the only super location other than MQB that hasn't been accounted for. Oh, and as a ghost, I forgot about ghosts. Yeah, we checked Lagra, but not the ghost, so Superbros is leaving. If Phazon is there, he's gonna be really mad when he finds it. It'll probably be like the literal last location he checks. Okay, looks like he's headed back to MQB, and I imagine, well, I don't know, I guess Frigate is really close by. Maybe it might make more sense to do that while we're here, and then get the MQB artifact. Because if he gets MQB first, he would have to go back to main quarry to get around here. And Sasquatch is checking Lake Vendrana. I don't know if anyone's checked Quarantine Monitor. If they haven't, then it could be there. They're fighting Thardas first. Fair enough. Okay, so here we have just a missile. Next is Biohazard, then Cargo Freight Lift. And then possibly Flagra after that. And those are the only other locations. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of at the moment that we haven't checked. So I believe Superbros fought Thardas and just got a missile. Unless I'm thinking of another scene. Thardas is dead? Okay, thank you. Oh, there it is. Biohazard. I think one of us called it. I'm not sure who. But there it is. So all we have to do is backtrack to MQB and get our last artifact. And that is go mode for Superbros at 149. So looks like this wasn't so jet after all. It was a jet start, but slow ending. Brawler called it? Oh, nice. So, yeah, Sasquatch is still looking for supers in Phazon, and judging by where they are, I'm not sure they'll be able to catch up, unfortunately. That's just how Rando goes sometimes. Your last location, your go mode item, and one runner makes the right choice and the other makes a valid choice, but not the right one. In other words, Sasquatch got randoed. Because, I mean, they both have 5 artifacts right now. It's just those last 2 go mode items were really controlling. Nice dash. I should probably start doing that dash instead of moving the crane back like I always do. Seems slower. And I only do that because I always need to have grapple because I'm a scrub. I shouldn't say that. That might be judgmental towards other people who use grapple. But yeah, grapple is useful if you're not good with dashes or certain dashes. But either way, that's beside the point. Fortunately, Superbros doesn't have to do lower mines all over again. You can just get to MQB through PPC or PCA, which is now open. And final artifact acquired. So now we just have to head out through PPC and then Magmore to the Twin Fires elevator, and then we'll end up back in Root Cave. Looks like Superbros is headed to Frigate now. Unfortunately, won't be able to get Phase on without supers. By the way, the bomb tunnel that Superbros just went through, it's also standable, so you could just jump in there at certain points and get up there faster. Shout out to weird Spider-Ball controls. Classic Metroid. It's like that in the 2D games as well. Yeah, he's gonna be really mad when they see Phazon with X-ray. By the way, I have a short-term memory. Where were Supers again? I think they were close by, weren't they? Somewhere in the general vicinity. Oh, right, Upper Dynamo. Okay, never mind. Very unfortunate. Ah, there it is. Now, Sasquatch is probably thinking, where could Supers possibly be? Where have I missed? Could they be on Flagra or Ghosts? Because I don't believe they checked that. And Upper Dynamo as well, where they are. It's not too far away, because, I mean, you could just go through back Chozo to get back here. Not too long of a backtrack, but still a backtrack, so. Very truly item placement overall. Meanwhile, we're gonna get a 2-hour ship save from Superbros. And on to Ridley and final bosses. Yes, I'd imagine Sasquatch's mic is off for a good reason at the moment. Pretty sure I would be using some choice words at this point too. Okay, so Ridley. First phase, we're just gonna shoot him with charged plasma until he starts flying around, and then either while he's flying around or after he lands, we are going to boost into Ridley, which does 50,000 damage per frame and immediately puts him into his final phase. Would kill him if the damage weren't capped at, you know, the second phase. But yeah, you're gonna see its health bar go down dramatically. Gets it, and now we're in the final phase. And we're gonna see some rapid fire missiles, some mouth snipes, which are tricky to do because in this version Ridley's hand blocks his mouth, so it's kind of hard to hit the target. So you have to aim a little bit further away to the right than it looks like you should, and that would hit him in his mouth. But yeah, once you stun Ridley, just keep rapid firing missiles until Ridley dies. Oh god, this RNG is terrible. Oh, because Samus flinched, missed an opportunity for a shot. And typically Ridley loves to do this when you only have like that little bit of health left. But he's down. Now we're headed to final bosses. Meanwhile, Sasquatch is slowly making their way, hopefully back to Upper Dynamo to get their supers, and then their Phazon, and then their last artifact. Yes, very dashing young lad. And I'm going to see a Phazon core climb by using a small slope to get to some standable terrain. And now we're up here suddenly. Superbros waiting on these fission Metroids to gather around so we can powerbomb them. And for some reason, they're not cooperating. Okay, there we go. Oh, that one's, yeah. That one likes to avoid the power bomb sometimes. Almost like it knows it's out of range and it's just teasing you. And now we're heading into our Exo fight. This fight has 4 phases, aka sub-chambers. First one, you hit it with power and wave beam in either order, or at least, you know, power and wave based beam combo attacks like supers and wave buster. Let's see, Superbros use it? No, probably not. Second phase adds ice beam to the equation. Third one adds plasma, and then the fourth subchamber is completely random, where you can get a bunch of different attack combos, and you can switch beams at will. You can charge at you at will. Pretty chaotic. Luckily, with the beam combos Superbros has, speaking of beam combos, Sasquatch finding their supers, shooting some anger shots. Don't blame them at all. Yeah, with the beam combos, they can do a lot of damage, and if you're not good at landing your shots because Exo squirms around a lot, it's easy to miss. Ice Spreader in particular can be good if you're not good at landing your ice shots, because it homes in, as well as supers do that too. And I believe Wave Buster also does, so very useful. The only beam combo that isn't very effective is Flamethrower, because the range is very short and it's very expensive. Oh, Bro's getting bullied by those ice balls. Luckily, he has enough health to not affect him too much. Using supers on the Shriek Bats, I missed that. Yeah. They deserve it for being enemies. And they deserve it for reasons they had nothing to do with, by supers being where they were and plasma being where it is. Probably just blowing off a little steam. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, as chat pointed out to me, Flamethrower can be used on Exo's power phase for whatever reason. I guess they just forgot to deprogram it to work or something. And Exo's down, literally. And now we're gonna fight Essence, the inner, well, not inner skeleton. Exo is the exoskeleton. This is Prime without the exoskeleton. And basically, you just stand still to manipulate it to lay a pool as fast as possible. Because if you move around, it can chase you around, and if you're too close to the exo corpse, it can take extra long to lay a pool. It actually won't lay a pool if you're too close. It'll skip a pool. And what Superbros is doing right now is attack canceling, which is shooting single shots at it to stop it from doing its, to cancel out its scripted attacks and get it to lay another pool as soon as possible. And the way you attack cancel is waiting for Essence's chin to return to normal. That's when you know to shoot again. And gets another instant pull. Very well done. So now Essence is visible without a visor, so this is where runners start doing pool cancels by stepping in and out of the pool to maximize the damage even more. And he gets a 3-pull. Very well done. So Superbros is finished with an official time of 2:11:03, and Sasquatch has forfeited. So we should be getting them both in here for an interview shortly. Diggle Seed, indeed. By the way, get your GGs in chat for Superbros, who is now 2 and 3, I believe. I'm not sure if they got the bot invites. Let me check. Okay, here is Superbros and Sasquatch. How you both doing?
Whew, my goodness.
Yeah,
What a seed.
Yeah, those supers in that phase-on was pretty
It was.
enraging, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superbros basically got it. Let me see. Killed Omega Pirate and then. Oh, you good?
Okay, so what I did was that I killed Omega Pirate, and I think I left phase on mines just so I can go back to Talon to not Talon Chozo to look for any possible supers or maybe phase on, but as I found supers were actually in Dynamo, and I was like losing my mind over it.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out like what are the last locations that they could possibly be at, because we only had like maybe a handful of locations left that weren't, super locked. And as we all predicted, Biohazard was typically, that has phase on when supers are required. So that was it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the best for us.
No, especially having to backtrack all the way to MQB. That was pretty disgusting.
What
My
a seed.
my routing was terrible. I played terrible. The seed was terrible.
I think you executed it fine, but the seed itself was very terrible because it came down. Like, you weren't very far apart. You were probably maybe 10 minutes or less apart, but unfortunately you got randoed because you just, like, those last locations for the go mode items, they can, came down to one runner making the right decision and the other making a valid decision, but just not the right one in this case.
Yeah, doing bar skip into mines, I knew I was taking a big risk.
You both did that, actually.
Yeah, and it was not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was the validator was in phase on mining tunnel.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that was. Okay. Yeah.
There was no way I was gonna get that.
No.
This wasn't a terrible seed. It was a Diggle seed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Did Diggle create this?
I'm not sure, actually. Probably, most likely, because he was gatekeeping for you earlier, and I think he made the room. So
I'm gonna assume it. Probably
Yeah.
might ask him after this.
most likely it's his fault.
Oh my god. What a crazy seed.
Yeah. So is there any best part of the scene that you guys liked?
When I fought Thardus and Flagra when in reality they had nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little worried that Ghost would have phase on because you did Flagra your first, like, you didn't have Spider to do Ghost, so
Oh yeah, that was a check.
yeah, I was a little worried that Phazon could be there, and you were heading to Frigate without checking Ghosts. So if Phazon was there, that
Oh my
might have
god,
been
this
even worse.
would have been a 3-hour seed.
Yeah, probably not quite 3 hours because you only had a few locations left to check, but
Or almost 3 hours.
yeah, it's basically another, like, almost hundo seed because, go mode items,
Yeah.
they do what they do.
That was certainly interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we even had the other match that started it at the same time ended about halfway into this one, and they must have had a really jet one. So,
Yeah,
Oh wait, did
definitely.
they finish sooner than us?
yeah, way sooner.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
we got rated by them, I believe.
Oh yeah, Diggle's race is coming up in a bit.
Yeah, 9:30.
Can't
About
wait for
8
that.
minutes. So, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I liked seeing bombs in Root Cave. Glad I got the dash.
Yeah, that was well done.
Oh, you got the dash?
Yeah, I've been working on it quite a bit, so it's not
Oh,
too bad now.
nice. You'll get better at the more you practice at it, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, for me, this seat's this seat Diggle C out of 10. There you go.
So,
Agreed.
and with that said, be sure to tune in to our next match happening in 7 minutes on Speed Gaming 3 between Digglerath versus Uncle Reggie. And we also have another match Monday at 6 p.m., also Monday at 9 p.m., Tuesday at noon, and Wednesday at 10 a.m. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. But until then, I've been off Betty 2, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next mission.
See you next mission.
See us.